Today on Newsbeat, how the government shutdown affects LSU's campus.
Also, LSU students stuff their faces with yogurt. We'll tell you why.
And some undergrads get special access to the White House.
All this and more. Newsbeat starts now. Good evening and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Ambry Washington.
And I'm Michael Edmondson. Thanks for joining us. The government shutdown is now entering its second week. So far, LSU is not directly affected. University President F. King Alexander says grants could be in jeopardy, but student aid will not be affected. Meanwhile, President Obama says he's willing to negotiate, but not as long as the Republicans want to raise the country's debt limit as part of the deal. According to CNN, Treasury Secretary Jack Lew says that on the 17th, we won't be able to borrow money from other countries. Eventually, lawmakers will start discretionary spending cuts.
Everyone was looking pretty in pink at Zeta's annual Pinktoberfest. Friday night, Tiger TV Jacqueline Massey explains why the sorority hopes their splash color will help the fight against breast cancer.
A sea of pink, yogurt eating contest, and breast cancer awareness were all part of Zeta's annual Pinktoberfest.
And it was great knowing that I'm actually, as well as my sisters, are here supporting this and supporting our survivors.
Pinktoberfest brings family and friends together to join the fight against breast cancer in a fun environment.
I think it's a ball. We've had a good time, and I'm enjoying it, and the young people and the music.
Save the tatas!
I really love enjoying seeing all of these people from the LSU and Greek community here interacting and supporting breast cancer awareness.
According to the Susan G. Komen Foundation, there will be over 230,000 new cases of breast cancer this year.
Very diligent with following up with my mastectomy.
Zeta had a yogurt eating contest to collect as many pink Yoplait yogurt lids as possible for Susan G. Komen's Save Lids to Save Lives program.
I love watching the yogurt eating contest. Somebody always goes way too intense and they usually get sick afterwards.
Many guests had personal connections to breast cancer and believe in raising awareness.
My best friend, her grandmother was here, and she was wearing like a glittery pink ribbon, and it said that she was a survivor.
It makes all these young women aware of breast cancer and taking care of themselves and what to do for it.
After cleaning up pink confetti and yogurt from the Pinktoberfest on Friday, Zeta counted over 1,500 yogurt lids. These lids are worth 10 cents and will be donated to the Save Lids to Save Life program. This program donates all the money to cancer research. For Tiger TV's Newsbeat, I'm Jackie Massey.
Zeta has been working with Susan G. Komen since 1992.
Some LSU students got a behind-the-scenes look at the White House courtesy of the Discovery Channel. The Riley Center and the Society of Political Interest and Networking hosted a screening of the president's gatekeepers on Thursday. The documentary features all living chiefs of staff sharing information about what truly happens behind the White House doors. The Riley Center provided food and drinks to those attending the event, and SPIN members also used the event to educate students on the importance of executive staff in the political world. SPIN member Austin Matthews stressed the importance of the Chief of Staff's role in the White House.
The Chief of Staff is probably the second most powerful person in the country, even beyond the Vice President. It's usually a person that knows everything about the President, even things that high-level senators and his wife doesn't.
The documentary included interviews with 20 former chiefs of staff and former presidents Jimmy Carter and George H.W. Bush.
Louisiana's coastal line is continuing to shrink as Tiger TV reporter John Williams reports coastal citizens want the government to step in.
In 1990, Congress passed QIPRA, an act to dedicate federal funding for coastal restoration in Louisiana. Chuck Perryden is the Public Information Officer for the Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority.
Suddenly we got the nation's attention. We got the attention of the president, and we got the attention of Congress. And they said, okay, Louisiana, we get it. Now we understand, and we're willing to help you. We're willing to send you billions of dollars.
However, the QIPRA Act will expire in 2019, leaving the future of coastal restoration in question. Joe Concian works for a local geological engineering firm and has spent his entire life on the Louisiana coast.
I try to give the decision makers the best information that I can so that they can make the decisions the hard decisions that they have to make.
Even as times get tougher, not everybody thinks that federal taxpayers should be paying for Louisiana's problem.
I'm not going to twist that guy's arm up there or start whining and complaining to that guy that he needs to come down here and help old Joe down here. We'll be all right.
Over the last several years, QIPRA has initiated more projects than can currently be funded.
We've done a good job, at least in New Orleans, for sure, of building the kind of protective levees that that city needs, but we need protection for other areas. And to even protect New Orleans further, we have to rebuild the land and the marsh and the barrier islands that are between New Orleans and the open sea.
Since 1990, all restoration programs funded by QIPRA have been cost-sharing between the federal and state government.
So it's not a question of what we're going to do, it's a question of actually getting the funding and doing those projects.
The current funding for QIPRA comes from a small engine fuel tax placed on lawn equipment in the 90s. Equipment that won't be used if there is no more land to maintain.
Louisiana Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will hold a public meeting on October 23rd at the University of New Orleans. Fall is finally in the air.
I know, it's
Feels
really nice. Really nice to have those cooler conditions back. Stay with us as weather forecaster Lauren Graham lets us know how much longer these cooler temperatures will last. So stay with us.
Good evening, LSU. I'm Lauren Graham, and this is the weather. What a beautiful day it has been. We have finally experienced the long-awaited cool weather. Looks like the cold front coming in from the north pushed Tropical Storm Karen towards the east. Karen has weakened because of strong winds from the southwest. Baton Rouge did not experience any effects from this tropical storm, but did experience the cold front. Here's a picture from today of students enjoying the weather in the quad. Temperatures dropped dramatically over the weekend, and tonight will be very cool again with the low at 52 degrees and the high at 68 degrees. As for Tuesday, the high will be 79 degrees and the low will be 54 degrees. Enjoy this cool weather while you can because temperatures will be rising back up. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Temperatures will be rising up to 85 degrees towards the end of the week and a low at 65 degrees. Unlike last week, you should expect mostly sunny skies all week long. Be sure to take advantage of this beautiful weather and spend some time outside. Instead of studying at the library, try to study outside of the parade grounds. And don't forget to grab a pumpkin spice latte while you're at it. And that's all I have for you today. So don't forget to check Tiger TV for your up-to-date campus weather report every day. I'm Lauren Graham. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Lauren. Coming up, could doctors be overprescribing antibiotics?
And stay tuned to find out what surprising foods are and are not considered a superfood.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Sarah Gastineau with your weekly shot of MedWatch. Well, looks like it's that time of year again, fall, the season of sweaters and much more tolerable weather. But with that weather change comes flu shots and superbugs. Many of us, as soon as we get a cold, rush to the doctor for medicine, but a new study is saying that you might want to be a bit more careful about what medicine you ask your doctor for. Research is showing that doctors could be overprescribing antibiotics. One of the findings showed that antibiotic prescriptions for sore throat and acute bronchitis are far more common than they should be. The study revealed that only 10% of adults with sore throats actually have strep. However, doctors prescribe antibiotics typically used only for strep in 60% of sore throat cases. And to add on to that, the prescribing rate for acute bronchitis is around 73%, despite an abundance of evidence showing that antibiotics do not actually help the condition. So why is this overprescribing happening? Apparently it's due to patient demand. People are asking for these drugs thinking it will make them feel better because just about anything sounds good when you're sick. So next time you get a cold, be careful what you demand from your doctor because it may not help. With fall also comes pumpkins, and in particular pumpkin seeds. These seeds have rather impressive health benefits. They are loaded with protein, iron, zinc, and magnesium. Eating plain pumpkin seeds are so healthy for you that they are even part of the superfood list. So make sure you keep those seeds once you finish carving your pumpkin this year. Speaking of superfoods, Greek yogurt may not be one. Whenever someone says Greek yogurt, most people think super healthy and high protein. And while those descriptions do apply to some brands, researchers cannot say the same for others. There are numerous myths circulating about Greek yogurt. First being that Greek yogurt is regulated. However, there are no rules about what can and cannot be called Greek yogurt. The main thing to keep in mind, however, is that different brands use different recipes, which means the protein, sugar, and added ingredients can range a whole lot. So look closely at those labels before purchasing your so-called healthy Greek yogurt. Thank you for watching this week's shot of MedWatch, and don't forget to tune in next week. Back to you all at the desk.
Thanks, Sarah. That's all the time that we have for Newsbeat today. You can catch our full show online at tigertv.tv or on our YouTube channel.
And be sure to connect with us on Facebook and Twitter for our latest updates.
From all of us at Newsbeat, thanks for joining us and have a great evening.